Peace and blessings, community. So I'm super excited because I just launched another aspect of Yoni Love Herbals. It is called She.E.O by Yoni Love Herbals. Now, the amazing part is that it has not only all the tools you need to be able to start and run a successful Yoni steaming business, including private coaching, but it also has a Yoni steaming certification course. Excuse the old alarm that's in the background. This is part of that raw footage that I told y'all was about to be getting. Okay, so anyway, it also has the certification program that you will need to be able to start, run, and successfully establish in this day and age a Yoni steaming business. Now, the cool part about this certification program is that it is available for 12 weeks, but in addition to it being available for 12 weeks, we have study at your own pace where you could come in and you will be able to purchase your Yoni steaming course, learn all the information that you need, and do your live clinicals all from the comfort of your own home and on video chat. So I'm super excited because this is a new aspect of the Wombniverse that has just launched. We do have two different courses available, one for just general Yoni steaming facilitator certification program, but the second one is for birth workers, and I will make a separate video exclusively for the birth workers who are interested. Anyway, let's jump into the course. Okay, so you simply just want to go over to yoniloveherbals.com in your search bar. When you get to yoniloveherbals.com, if you are a already existing customer, then you will see that there has been a lot of changes. But if you are a brand new customer, then you will notice that here in the middle, there is a bar. Let me get rid of this chat bar really quickly. There is a new tab on the search bar, on the top bar, that is She.E.O by Yoni Love Herbals. Scroll down on the left hand side, you will see Yoni Steaming Certification General. Click this. And once you click this, you're going to be brought to a page that talks about the entire curriculum and training process dealing with our Yoni Steaming certification program that we are now offering. This course, once you purchase it, will be available for 12 weeks in the back office, and you will be able to work through all of the modules that are included in the course. If you have the time, read through this page because it really talks about the mission and the purpose of us launching the Yoni Steaming certification program and why it is so important, or why I feel it is so important for us to be able to be well educated in the Yoni steaming process as we are helping women to heal our wombs. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to notice is module number 1. In module number 1, we're going to be talking about an introduction to the sacred practice of Yoni steaming. So we're going to discuss what is Yoni steaming, the history of Yoni steaming, and how it started in indigenous communities. We're going to be discussing Yoni steaming facilitatorship, and what is the difference between being a facilitator and a practitioner. That's really important. You hear a lot of people talking about being a practitioner, but in this sense, we call it a facilitator. So what is really the difference? We're going to talk about how Yoni steaming actually works and my story of how I began my Yoni steaming and womb healing process. In module number 2, we have Yoni steaming 101, and this is an in-depth study of the Yoni steaming process. We're going to talk about the supplies you will need in your business. We'll talk about the important facts you need to know while performing a Yoni steaming session, and of course, all of the do's and don'ts. In module number 3, we talk about Yoni steaming as a ritual, and this, along with module number 4, are my two favorite chapters because we really get into the deep knowledge and history behind why Yoni steam actually works for healing the womb. It's a 3-part series. You got to deal with the mind, the body, and the spirit in the womb healing process in order for you to be able to really receive and achieve the results that you're looking for. So anyway, we deep dive into that. We also talk into the power and the use of water as a healing modality. We talk about preparing the space of your Yoni steaming business. We also talk about feng shui and the use of color in your Yoni steaming business and the space and in the business itself. In module number 4, we get down into the natural healing modality of Yoni steaming as an art. So we talk about the practice of Yoni steaming to heal physical and balance mental and emotional imbalances inside the body. We also talk about recommendations for yoni steaming, and we talk about how to intuitively create specific treatments and regimens herbally for your clients to be able to deal with diseases in the body, as well as understanding the emotional and energetic causes of some of the physical diseases that you will come in contact with that your clients are trying to heal. In module number 5, we actually talk about the precursors to yoni steaming. So the herbs that you will need, the equipment that you will use, the womb massage that you will perform on your clients. We talk about ensuring your client has appropriate privacy during the yoni steaming session. We talk about the art of wombversation, which is extremely important because I don't think a lot of people pay enough attention to wombversation as a major part of the healing process. But if we are not having that conversation with our wombs, then we cannot really think that we are going to heal it for real, to provide that space. And then, of course, in the last portion of this chapter, we talk about Temazcal rituals, my experience in Mexico. And so I decided to bring that back and actually incorporate that in the healing sessions with my clients. And so we discussed that. In module number 6, we go over yoni steaming and the herbs that you will use. So the herbs that every yoni steaming practitioner should know, developing a divinely guided relationship with your herbs, herbal preparations to use during the yoni steaming process, as well as creating herbal formulas after the yoni steaming process is done for your clients. And in module number 7, we cover the actual business of building a lucrative yoni steaming business. So we talk about the basics of business management, identifying and building your personal brand. We talk about the location. Do you want to do a mobile service? Do you want to do a brick and mortar? There are pros and cons to each of these, and so we talk about that in depth, as well as cultivating your customer relationships, customer consultations, which is an important aspect of being able to protect yourself as well as your customer, and in ensuring a positive customer experience during their session. We talk about the follow-up of customer relationships, and also what I call courtship to marriage, which is taking a potential client from being in a place of potentially using your services and turning them into a lifelong customer, which is a very important aspect of keeping a healthy, wealthy business alive. Okay, so now that we have completed the course module, the next thing that you need to be aware of is the actual certification process. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, on this curriculum page, you will see the actual certification process. When you have completed all of your modules, the next step will be for you to complete a clinical. Now, this clinical aspect of the module will be completed via Zoom. You will also receive at the end of that your basically your certification to start the actual yoni steaming process. So you're going to get 3 people who are going to allow you to perform a yoni steaming session for them, and you will combine with those people, complete a yoni steaming process or session with them, and then at the end of that yoni steaming session, you will send your proof to me, and then that will be your proof of your certification requirements being met. So basically, at the end of it, you will complete the certification process and get a PDF format of your certification in your, like, as a PDF form into an email. Also, if you are in the United States, you will get a physical copy actually mailed to you. If you are outside of the country, then of course your mailing, your emailed certification will be all that you have. Okay, now scroll down to the bottom of the page. When you get down to the bottom of the page, you will actually see the field for you to be able to click and register / enroll for the Yoni Steaming Facilitator training and certification. It is originally priced at $750, but for a limited time only, I am offering it for $555 to my community, just as an introductory price, because I want to make sure that I'm able to help as many people who are interested to get certified, become certified. So now you want to click view details. When you click view details, it's actually going to take you to the cart page where you will be able to complete your your purchase. On this left hand side, you will see a bunch of details that deal with the actual program and tells you a little bit of an overview. We actually do accept PayPal as a form of payment, and they do have like pay later PayPal set up, as well as regular credit and debit card purchases. And let me just say this really quickly before I end the video. I know that there's a lot of Yoni Steaming certification programs out here. I know that there's a lot of courses that are cheaper than mine. But one thing that these courses do not do is they don't take you through all of the steps that you need in order to be able to become a lucrative Yoni Steaming business. There is a system, and at the end of the course, during our business chapter, the last module, you will learn the system that I use to be able to build my business the way that I have. Yoni Love Herbals has been offered in multiple different countries and is being offered in multiple different countries. The first month of me doing my business, I have been entered into Walmart, and I am now working on getting into Walmart Canada. I have also established over 15 different hubs and franchises throughout the United States of my business, and I have built my business to almost 6 figures thus far. So there is no other training that you're going to find with the amount of information and the amount of love and attention that I have put into this course as what I am offering in my certification program. I'm not asking for $1 million. And to be honest, I ain't going to lie, my course probably is not going to stay at $750 much longer. Right now it's being offered at $555, but I'm not going to lie, something in my spirit tells me it's going to be higher than that soon. And it's not because so much of just like wanting to get a whole bunch of money, but it's just because of the idea that people pay for what is worth something to them, and the amount of information and love and attention that I've placed into my certification program, and what I know people will receive after taking it if they actually do what I tell them to do inside of the course. Because that's the other thing, people purchase it but then they don't actually show up to do the work. And so we'll talk about that in another video. How do you really know that this idea of an entrepreneur is really what you need for you? How do you know that? How do you know that you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? And if you aren't the person that's getting ready to go out there and be able to make the connections and do all the work that it takes in order to be a successful entrepreneur, how do you still reach the people that you need to reach and get done the steps that you need to get done in order for you to still have a lucrative and successful business without being that person that puts in the legwork? There is a way to be able to do it, and I'm going to share it in some other videos. But just for this particular video, I just wanted to say that really quickly. Like, I want to make sure, and it was very important to me while I was creating this course, that I included everything that I felt like a person will be able to need and utilize in order to be successful in building a Yoni Steaming business. And I made sure that I pour that into this course curriculum. If you have any questions whatsoever about the enrollment process, or you find it difficult to be able to do something online after going through, the process here, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me at thisredtent@gmail.com. I will place it in the video right here, thisredtent@gmail.com. Without anything else being added, peace, collective. Until next time.